Yes, sir. This is the Red Zone. I am TucknRoll.
It's your boy Aaron Boston George. I'm back.
You know what it is, man.
You know.
The Red Zone we about to do. We're going to go ahead and knock out the Week 2 wrap-up. Week 3 predictions. Get it moving like that, man.
I got football fever, bro.
We do got football fever.
Got fever, man.
Right off the back, man, we'll talk about today. I seen Trent Richardson to the Colts.
Bombshell.
I think that's a pretty big deal.
I think that's really big, man, because now you give Andrew Luck, who we know he's a thoroughbred. This man came in the league as if he's done it before. You give him a solid running game with the receiving core. You just add more elements to that offense, man. I think Cleveland actually did it to go after that defensive end is coming out.
Either that, defensive end, or they're trying to get their quarterback, because this could be a year where a few good quarterbacks come out of the draft, unlike last year, but this could be that year.
But, I mean, so what about Wheaton then?
Wheaton just got benched. They got
he's injured, bro.
They got Hoyer or somebody in there.
He was injured. That's why they benched him.
It don't matter. He was benched. He's on the bench. He's on the bench. Wheaton, come on, man. Step it up, man.
They got to, man. They always scrap, man. The Browns are scrap.
The Browns are trash.
They just can't get it done.
The Browns are trash.
Just can't get it done.
So, man, Week 2 was big. We got a lot of stuff out there in the open. We see a lot of things going on.
I see that my picks were great.
Yeah, you know, everybody got their picks going
great.
And all, whatever.
Pick champion, baby.
Man. But, yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. Thursday night.
We had
New York
Jets against my Pats, baby.
Your Pats are terrible, man. I'm going to tell you straight up. Your Pats, hey. I predicted your Pats to win the division, but looking at them right now, the way that they're going,
man, don't start this, man.
I don't see it happening, to be honest with you.
So you still tell me the Patriots aren't going to win the Super in the AFC East? If they don't do anything else, they'll do that. I guarantee that.
I don't know, man.
The Bills are not going to win that division. The Dolphins ain't talking about nothing, bro. Don't let that fool you.
It's just a simple fact. It's just you guys are not winning like you guys regularly win.
Tom Brady has nobody to throw the ball. That's
what I'm saying. He's not going to have anybody.
You
for
saw
the whole
in the
year.
Game. This man was about to kill every receiver that was out there. He was ticked off, man.
He was very upset. But what I mean, the Jets are gonna. They might win 4 games this year. To be honest,
if that
win 4 games.
If that.
Shout out to Red. You know, day one Jets fan, but they might win 4 games. Geno Smith is not ready, and it shows. They don't know what they're doing on offense.
I say keep him in.
Rex Ryan's going to get fired. They're going to keep him in. They're going to want
keep him in. Fire Rex Ryan. Get him out of there. Keep Geno Smith in. Let him grow. I think he'll be okay.
He'll be okay eventually, but he's just not ready now.
Don't go back to that Pac-12 guy. Please don't. He is garbage.
Let's see. We had Rams and Falcons. The Rams climbed back and still lost 31-24.
Sammy B got to get a line, man.
Sammy, yeah, that too. But I think the Rams had 2 weeks in a row where they're kind of like they're in there, but they're not in there. I know last week they played Arizona. They won that game, actually.
Yeah, it was a tight when they beat Arizona in the stretch.
Won that game at the end, but this one they tried to fight back. I mean, they were down 24-3 at half. Everybody thought it was over. But they kind of shut them down in the second half. They came out and they scored 21 in the second half, only held Atlanta to 7.
Arizona's never been that second half team, though. History will show you they have always fell back in the second half, kind of went conservative, don't look like anything changed. I honestly don't think we'll see much from the Cardinals, man.
Yeah, but we talking about the Falcons, though.
Just saying. Just wanted to put that out there. Falcons, same story. Same. Shout out to Chris Wren.
Same. Shout out to Chris Wren. You know what it is. But, yeah, man, the Falcons going to do the same thing they did for the last 3 years, man. They're going to win these games in the regular season, get to the playoffs, lose.
Stink it up.
Same thing they do every year.
Smacked. No matter whether it's at home or on the road, they've been beaten both places.
It is what it is.
Moving on.
Chargers 33, Eagles 30.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Exactly. Yes. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Plane crash.
Michael Vick went for like four plus, 3 touchdowns. 33-30. I seen the game. It was a back and forth game. The thing about it, the Chargers controlled the clock. They'll get the ball, start at their own 20, drive the field, take about 7 minutes off the clock. We'll get the ball back. We'll score in 1 or 2 minutes. Nobody was stopping anybody. They just had the ball last, and they ended up getting the field goal to win the game. Simple as that. But I will say this about the Chargers. They've done this 2 weeks in a row, put up these numbers. Did it last week against Houston? Did it this week against Philly? I don't know, man. Nobody's talking about the Chargers, but they're making noise early.
Looks familiar. I've seen the story before. But I can't say this, though. It is kind of different versus the last 3 or 4 years with San Diego. Normally they'll come out and stink it up, start off like 1-4, and then they'll go on a late run, kind of New York Giant-like. So, yeah, man, for them to come out the way they've been coming out the last 2 weeks, I think Phillip Rivers has found a rhythm, so we'll see where that goes. I want to ask you a question about your Eagles, man. And this is not being, hater made. I really want you to tell me.
Come on with it.
What's different about Michael Vick that gives you hope, or any Philadelphia Eagle fan out there hope?
He has protection. He has a line. He has the offensive line giving him time to where he can progress. And if you see Michael Vick playing, he's progressing through his throws. He's making the right decision. He's not just, scrambling around, throwing the ball up, throwing picks. He's getting down. He's getting out of bounds, so he's not taking as many hits as he did last year.
I don't think he's a bad quarter. I'm not. Look. I don't dislike Michael Vick.
You hate everything.
No, I don't hate everything. I just don't think he's good enough anymore. I think that hump came, and now he's on the other side of the hump.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this.
He's declining, bro.
He came out of prison. He got picked up. He became the starter. And all that happened for a reason. It didn't happen because his name is Michael Vick.
Of course
Straight up. He had to go and perform.
Partially.
The first year he came in, whenever Mac 5 went down, McNabb went down, Vick stepped in, took us to the playoffs. That year got him the $100 million contract. The next year after that, 3 of the starting linemen got hurt. Boom. He got hurt, and then Foles came in. They went in the offseason. They had the competition. Vic won. Everybody knew Vic was going to win. And Vic is producing. With the first 2 weeks of the season, Vic has produced more than he's done last year. So
even during the 8-game losing streak that y'all went out on.
Yeah, he's produced. He didn't do nothing during the 8-game losing streak. You just had to mention the losing streak, though. But, yeah, whatever.
Hey, we'll see, man.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Hey, by the way, NFC East fans, your whole division lost. I'm just throwing it out there. The entire division, everybody.
The whole division did lose.
Entire division.
It's happened before, and I think
the
last time that it happened, there was an NFC East team that won the Super Bowl during that season. Just putting it out there. Since we putting it out there,
you just had to put that out there.
Yeah. So let's go on to the next one.
Moving on.
Dallas Cowboys 16, Kansas City Chiefs 17.
I guess everybody already knows the outcome.
Yep. I mean, you got the Chiefs. Andy Reid versus Dallas Cowboys. Andy Reid knows how to beat the Cowboys. You look up Andy Reid's record against the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure it's very impressive.
It is.
Just simple as that. But what do you think about the Chiefs, man?
Sleeper team.
You think so?
Exactly. Dude, the defense is back. Eric Berry's back healthy. They were missing him last year. This dude is going to be a stud in the league, superstar, guaranteed without a shot of a doubt. Their front four is, I'm not going to say as good as Detroit, but could be up there with the likes of like Detroit and maybe Denver. They got a solid front four. With Andy Reid, I think you bring a whole new dynamic to that team, a solid coach. Alex Smith, he's got something to prove. So I think you got two guys in Andy Reid and Alex Smith who have in my opinion, personal vendettas, not just for their opposite teams that they came from, but just for the league in general. Because Alex Smith, he was doubted by everybody. Everybody said he sucked. They didn't think he was any good. He came out last 2 weeks. They're 2-0. He showed what he can do. They got a good running game with Charles. They also got McCluster backing it up. Special teams is nice. I'm telling you, they'll win 10 games.
The Chiefs won't win 10 games.
They'll win 10 games.
I'm going to tell you this. The Chiefs are 2-0.
They'll win 10 games, bro.
They're starting out nice. Everything you said is correct about them right now.
What about Dwayne Bowe? This is a Pro Bowl receiver.
Dwayne Bowe is a Pro Bowl
receiver. He's healthy.
Receiver.
He wasn't healthy last year.
Man, I'm going to tell you this.
And they had Matt Castle at quarterback.
The Chiefs are going to slide. At some point in this season, they're going to slide.
Not with that home crowd.
They may hit the week 7 or 8. They're going to start to slide. I mean, it's just Kansas City regardless. Yeah, you have Andy Reid, you have Alex Smith. But
you can't compare. You can't compare that. I mean, You can't even draw that back to last year because last year they were depleted by injuries.
We can't draw it back to last year. I'm just saying based on this year.
They didn't win back-to-back games last year.
They only won 2 games last year.
You know exactly.
They've already hit their winning total from last year, but I just don't see it, man. To be honest, I don't see it because the division that they're in is tough. Broncos, Chargers, hell, even the Raiders are playing good ball. I mean,
Terrell Pryor will be there for the long haul.
But what about those Cowboys? How about those Cowboys?
Was there a Jerry sighting?
Let me tell you. I work.
Dez Bryant dropped a wide open ball, man. That has got to be addressed, man. And I'm a Dez Bryant fan.
Dez Bryant had 10 catches for
but when fourth quarter when it was like 2 minutes left and they were driving,
Romo.
Dez dropped the wide open pass before Romo did what we knew he was going to do.
Did you see Tony Romo? I was so disappointed watching that game. Like, bro, I'm expecting you to step up. Now is a good time for you to step up, win this game.
He's been in the league 10 years.
Well, I'm saying, he say he changed his mechanics and everybody's back.
He don't need to do that.
He's calling the plays now. That was a great time for him to step up. I seen it was 3 plays in a row. He threw it to the same guy that was like 8 yards short of the first down. It's like he was scared to take the hit, man. Romo, you got to man up if you're gonna be the man. Be the man. Don't sit in the pocket and just be like, and you're throwing these dink and dunk passes. But
I will say this though, just to touch on that, I still think just based on the way Washington has stunk it up, as well as the Giants, I still think Dallas may be the favorite to win that division.
No, man, we just fly, Eagles fly. What is wrong with you?
No.
Fly, Eagles fly. Man.
Their defense is better. Dallas defense is better than Philadelphia.
Dallas defense is not better.
Dallas defense has a better. Dallas has a better defense.
Tampa 2. They run the Tampa 2.
Their defense is better.
Everybody's wide open. That's how.
Corners are better.
No.
Linebackers are better.
No.
Who's better than DeMar?
The D line is better. That's what you can say D line because they have DeMarcus Ware.
Come on, man. Sean Lee is a beast.
Sean Lee is a beast.
And you know I don't like the Cowboys, bro. I'm just trying to keep it professional.
You're right. Sean Lee is decent. I like Sean Lee.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's a monster.
Anyway, man, the Cowboys will win 7 games, 7-9. Slums.
He still think Philly gonna go 14-2. That means they gotta win.
Hey, 12-4, 13-3 at best.
So they gonna win like their next 10 out of 11. Man, come on.
Just watch, man. We're gonna start tomorrow.
Come on, man.
Miami Dolphins, Indianapolis Colts. Dolphins 24-20. What about those Dolphins?
Man, shout out to my boy Sean. Let me tell you something, bro. Y'all not talking about nothing.
They ain't talking about nothing.
Look,
they ain't talking about nothing.
You ain't talking about nothing. Look, I told you, bro, at the beginning of the season, during the preseason, that city belongs to one man, and we all know who it is. He plays basketball, wears the number 6. Anyway, don't get me wrong. Dolphins have always had what some would say a solid team as far as they always play good defense. Yeah. Tannehill, he's been doing enough to keep him a job. Okay. You know what I mean? So they're trying to get weapons together. They're trying to build a good team. I'm not too impressed with the record. I say, why don't they beat New England? Then I'll be impressed.
I don't think they're going to beat New England.
They're not.
I don't think they're going to do anything special this year. Yeah, they're 2-0.
Yeah.
Last week, I don't know who they beat.
The week prior, they beat the Raiders.
Raiders, okay.
Yep.
Raiders, Colts. You guys got 2 victories. Looks like you went in the half. It was 17 in all. But then you guys came out, scored third quarter. Nobody scored in the fourth quarter, so it was probably a good game.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins are not going to do anything going forward. I mean, yeah, they got 2 wins, but we'll see. I don't expect anything big from them. That's probably why we're talking about them, because it's unexpectedly 2-0. Andrew Luck,
pleasant surprise. Dolphins are.
I don't know. I think Andrew Luck's going to have one of those. The Colts are not going to have a winning season this year.
They're not going to have a winning season?
They're not going to have a winning season this year.
They had one last year.
They had one last year. They're not going to have one this year.
Even with Trent Richardson?
Even with Trent well.
Exactly.
Because getting Trent Richardson.
That is huge.
That changes the dynamic of the game.
They haven't had a running back like that since Joseph Adai?
Adrian James.
Exactly, right. A power back, because Adai was more speed. But yeah, you're right, since Edrin, and that was ages ago.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That might have saved the Colts season, to be honest. But I don't think Nah, they're not gonna have a winning season. Even with Trent Richardson.
I have to disagree only because, man, Luck, he is nice.
I'm
man.
not big on Andrew Luck, man.
He can make all the throws.
A lot of the wins last year was his last name.
Man, come on, bro.
A lot of the wins
he did have a couple crazy passes. My thing is this: he can make all the throws. He can throw the deep ball. He's accurate. He does everything you want an NFL quarterback to do. He was doing that in Stanford. We know that. So my thing is, I'm really surprised at the fact that he's performed at a level that he's performed at just by being in the league for 2 years. So I think they're going to have a winning season once again. And also their organization in Indianapolis, man, shout out to that organization. I don't think that organization is put out there like they should be, man. It's like Luck came in and he just fit right in it's crazy. To me, and I'm sure it's a lot of people. So yeah, man, shout out to Indy. I think they're going to have a winning season. I say they win 10 games in the AFC South.
We'll see. AFC South, I mean, it's not...
Because they're going to battle with Houston. That's becoming one of the better rivalries.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's always good.
Speaking of Houston, Houston 30, Tennessee 24. What do you think about Tennessee?
I like Jake Locker. I think he's nice. Another guy that can make throws. I think this game came down to just Houston having a better all-around team.
I can agree with you on that.
You know what I mean? Basically, that's what, because like I said, man, we can do this division war all day, man. Because every time I look at week in and week out, it's like I look at two teams match up, and I'm like, man, that division's nice. Because now we zero back in on this AFC South, where it's like Tennessee don't look like the pushovers that they once were.
Yeah,
it's week 2 though, I know. So I'm just we just going with it. But they don't look like the pushovers that they once were. We know Houston's going to be good, good enough to make the playoffs. Luck is playing good ball. So I mean, you got this AFC South where it's getting real. Jacksonville's going to be at the bottom of the slums. We know that they're not talking about nothing. But yeah, so now you got 3 teams that's going to battle, and these are all rivalries. Tennessee and Houston, that's becoming a rivalry as well. That go back to Finnegan, him and Andre Johnson beating each other's heads in. So that became a rivalry. At that point. So Tennessee and Indy. So I mean, I don't know, man. AFC South gonna be a battleground.
I agree. The Titans are playing a lot better than everybody expected them to play.
Right.
The defense has stepped up major. But as far as this game goes against the Texans they had, I would say the thing about it was the Texans are overall the better team. They went into overtime.
Right.
And it just, one of those things. I think they had a chance to win it.
Yeah.
They kicked the field goal, made it, but then they called a timeout. Then he missed the second one. So they had a chance to win it, but
it was one of those times where you want to take the coach and
let me ask you this, though.
Take him out to the back.
If you're a Texans fan, are you worried?
Yep, because I think Matt Schaub is becoming what we like to call a choke artist. Only because, man, as you know, sports, to me, the NBA and the NFL has evolved as far as expectations from the fans, the city, other teams around the league, whatever. And what I mean by that is, like, now you got teams that emerge on the scene. It's like 1 year, oh, we're good. So now everybody thinks you're good. So the second year, they're either going to want you to go deep in the playoffs or they're going to want you to win it all. Kind of like what you're going to see for San Francisco, in my opinion. Now everybody's expecting them to win the Super Bowl this year. They went. They didn't make it on a humbug. They went and they lost. Now it's time to win. Kind of like in the NBA with the Thunder. We went to the finals. Everybody's like, oh, we got to win it now. So people had an expectation. So now in Houston, these fans are hungry. You know what I mean? You look at the team, you got them Scooby out there. Shout out to Scooby. Ed Reed, they've acquired Ed Reed. On offense, Arian Foster's going to do his thing. Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson. They got big-name players. J.J. Watt. You know what I mean? So they got the squad. So now everybody's like, man, they should be 2-0. You know what I mean? 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. They started out like 7-0 last year, but they failed in the playoffs.
I don't know.
Got smacked by New England twice, and that's just it just –
Matt Schaub is really, I don't think he's like you said about Vic.
Yeah.
He's a good quarterback, but he's not that good. I don't think he's Super Bowl quarterback material, to be honest.
Right, and I mean, just real quick, but my whole thing is, like, the way they folded up against, like, New England, and I think they lost to Pittsburgh last year in a big game. So in the AFC, we know we pretty much know the story of the AFC the last 10 years or so. It's going to be the same 3 or 4 teams, in the mix. So if you're Matt Schaub and y'all want to be considered AFC elite, you've got to be prepared to beat Tom Brady or Big Ben. And now you're going to have to deal with Peyton. He's back on the scene. And
he hasn't done it.
You know what I mean?
He didn't do it when Peyton was in Indianapolis.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
The coach used to own the Texans.
Break their hearts every time, boy.
Well, Texas fans, you better be worried, man. At least a little
Hand it off to Arian.
And I think Arian is suffering from an injury or whatever. He's battling.
He hasn't been the same, man. I'm a big fan of him.
It's a long season, no doubt about that. It's definitely a long season, but you guys hope it's not a long season of worry for you guys, man. Man, wow. Packers and Redskins. Shout out to Hang Time.
Hey, he didn't make any hashtags.
None. Man, this was a rout from beginning to end. It was 24-0 at half.
Aaron Rodgers was stupid.
He did everything he wanted to do. Simple as that.
Video game like.
He threw it to fans.
Lambeau.
Threw it to the tundra, under the tundra.
Man.
Threw it to Brett Favre in the stands.
Reggie White.
Come on.
R.I.P. Reggie, man. He caught a pass.
He was throwing it to everybody easily. Like, this is simple pitch and catch, man. I don't know.
480 yards, bro.
The Packers are good. Like I said before, man, the Packers are going to win games. They're going to put up numbers because they have Aaron Rodgers. Right. Anytime you have a quarterback like that, it doesn't really matter who he's throwing to. Right. He's going to produce. He's going to put up numbers. But I will say this. The Redskins have a lot of worries. I know it's week 2, but you got to think RG3 is not playing the way he plays. He's not playing like he's healthy.
Is it mental or physical?
Both. It's mental and physical. It's mental just for the simple fact of the matter because when he throws, he's not stepping through his throws. You seen that week 1 against Philly. He's not stepping through his throws. He's not stepping in his throws. They're not executing the offense. He's not running.
Right.
So that's where the physical aspect comes in because I'm pretty sure he's scared, Right. He probably can run, but he can't run like he first ran when he first came into the league.
I think a lot of times, man, we forget that these dudes are young. And I say that because, like, last year I was watching something on SportsCenter, and which made me kind of read a little bit more into it. The game before RG3 went down for good, that knee, man, was already bad. Yeah. He had already got X-rays about the tissue being bad. So it's like, however, Shanahan got on him. Like, you need to be in there. It's kind of like he was pushed to do it. And I think with the pressure, you coming in as the number 1 draft pick, you've got that pressure on you already to perform. Even though the Redskins have been garbage as of late, that's still a big name, big face in the NFL. So, you got a big stage to be on off top just by playing for the Redskins. So I think all that kind of put pressure on this dude. And I don't even think he had time to heal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It kind of concerns me with these young dudes, man, because I've been there before, and it's like you got everybody screaming down your throat, got your coach screaming down your throat. Now you think you might get cut or whatever, because you're injured. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, man. I'm concerned for RG3, but yeah, they sucked. They sucked.
It looked like they're gonna be doing a lot of sucking this year, man. That's what it looks like so far. Browns and Ravens. Browns suck. Ravens suck. Simple as that. You guys should have. I expected you guys to blow the Browns out. Show everybody, hey, we're still the Super Bowl champs, but didn't do that, man. I really don't have too much to say about either one of those guys.
I will say this, man. With the move that the Browns made with Richardson, they loaded up for next year's draft. If that means anything, for real, they've got 2 first-round picks. So, like I said, I think they're going to go after the defensive end. I really don't. Unless Brandon Wheaton's stock grows this year when he comes back off an injury, whenever that may be, I think it's a couple of weeks. They may let his stock grow and maybe they can trade up for him.
Brandon Wheaton is 43 years old.
So that's my point. So it's like, okay, you're gonna bring in, Teddy Bridgewater or somebody else and let him sit for 7 years. I mean, you know what I mean. Brandon Wheaton's got at least 6 years left in him, a good 6 years.
I don't know about that.
Was he 29? Brady's 36.
Tom Brady, I'm Brandon Wheaton.
Come on, man. You know I'm not doing that. I'm just talking Wheaton. As far as age. I'm not drunk, bro.
Yeah, nah.
You can't even say it. This my bad. You can't say it in the same.
I can see them loading up to get another quarterback.
Yeah, they got 2 picks in each of the first 3 rounds.
So yeah,
that's ridiculous.
I guess it does. They're playing for next year, so
Already
lose all the rest of the games on purpose.
That sucks, man. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. Sanction that crap.
Panthers and Bills. Panthers lost by 1. EJ Manuel came back, got the victory last minute. Cam Newton.
Is he on a decline already?
Did
we put him too high?
I wouldn't say he's on the decline.
Rookie of the year? I mean,
I don't like the way he's playing, man, to be honest, man. He doesn't look like he's comfortable with the offense that they're running. Yeah, he only has Steve Smith and Greg Olsen to throw the ball to. But
he doesn't have a line either, man.
Yeah, and still, man, you got to make something happen. Either you got to get somebody fired and get somebody in there that can run an offense that you're comfortable running, or you need to make do with what you got.
So, I mean, because we just talked about your boy Vic didn't have a line. And that was okay last year when they lost 8 in a row.
Well, Vic was getting beat up.
So is Cam.
Cam can take these hits though, bro.
Because he's 6'6".
275.
He's way bigger than Vic. He's a monster.
He's an animal. I like.
He's a
Cam
power
Newton.
forward out there
Newton,
throwing
man.
the ball.
But he just doesn't look comfortable with what they're doing, man. The Bills 9-7.
You know what the Bills are doing.
I don't know what the Bills are doing.
The Bills, I think at this point, the Bills are playing just to beat New England. It's like winning the Big 12 championship. You know, we just playing to do that. I don't think they're going to do anything, man.
Mario Williams is a beast, man.
They got good players. They got talent. Let me take that back, Bills fans. Y'all have talent, but we'll see. I just don't think, man. Until Tom Brady, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan. I just think. Until Tom Brady retires, they'll win the division forever. It's only a couple more years, though, because he's 36, man. Sad.
Vikings 30, Bears 31.
Minnesota, man, they've been scrapping. It's just not enough.
0-2.
Ponder isn't good.
Ponder is not well. I mean, Ponder isn't good.
I hate to say it. He's
not what everybody expects him to be. He's not. I don't think he's as good as how high he got drafted and how much he's getting paid. I don't think he's that good at all. No. You got Adrian Peterson on the team. You're gonna win games. Simple as that. But
with the way I'm gonna tell you my issue with that real quick. First of all, now you have a situation where, and this I'm going to bring up New England one more time because it's kind of like you see it now. Like the way New England play that type of ball, the short pass, out routes. A lot of teams over the years, what have you seen? They figured it out. So now you see Belichick having to open up the playbook a little bit more, which is making it frustrating now because they have no receivers. So now we talk about Minnesota. So they went out and got Greg Jennings. They got AD. However, they're still running the ball 85% of the time. So now, in my opinion, you're becoming one-dimensional. Yeah. So now we're going to just throw 8 in the box and man up. You know what I mean? Because you only got one receiver you can throw. So even if we man up, we can put the safety in the corner on Greg Jennings and y'all are shut down.
Exactly.
So I think that's going to be an issue for them, man. They'll be fighting from behind all year.
I think the Bears are going to do pretty good, man. Jay Cutler, Brandon Marshall, they got it working. Martellus Bennett, wow.
Yeah.
He'd have been bounced around. I think he might have found a home.
Hester's back.
Hester is back.
249 return yards.
Hester is back. Look
Uh-oh.
out for the Bears, man. I called the Lions to win that division, but, hey, the Bears are knocking on the door.
And you also got the fact. See, talking about top divisions, man. It's a war there, too. Moving on.
NFC North.
Yep.
Saints and Buccaneers. Saints 16-14. Are the Saints back?
I think so, man. I think that was a game. You see New Orleans win those high-powered shootouts and blah, blah, blah. We get one pick at the end when it's 38-38. You know what I mean? You had a game here where it was obviously, defensive. It wasn't a lot of mistakes. It wasn't like it was 9 turnovers amongst both teams.
Yeah.
It was just a defensive game. Both defenses played well. So I think you had a situation where New Orleans had to kind of put the weight on the defense, when Breeze was getting smacked.
Yeah.
And they did that. Because of who? Sean Payton's back. It's a totally different team, man. I'm telling you, this is one of those situations where the coach, kind of like Phil Jackson in L.A. or something like that, the coach just has all the influence on the team, man. With Sean Payton back, it's a different team. Look out for the Saints, man.
I agree with that, man.
Look out for the Saints as far as NFC Championship. Look out for the Saints.
No, I'm not going to say all that.
I'm telling you, man.
But look, at the beginning of the season, I'm like, there's no way that this guy comes back to the sideline and they just start – wheeling off wins and they're just a whole different team. But it's actually true. Like They're playing different ball. They're playing better ball.
Right. It's back
You
to
know?
that Super Bowl fast pace, breeze slinging the man.
Who that?
Hey, that dude throws the prettiest touchdown passes I think I've ever seen.
Drew Brees is nice, man. I got him.
Man, I mean, I think I've ever seen like that seam route is stupid in New Orleans, man.
I don't know what the Chargers was thinking about that. The Buccaneers, man.
Right.
Moving on, like you said.
They'll be in Foxborough next week.
Yeah, it'll be bad for them.
Yeah.
Lions 21-25. I don't know how the Lions lost this game, man.
Typical Detroit.
14-10 at the half.
Typical Detroit.
Couldn't get it done.
Typical Detroit. Matt Stafford, man.
They do lose some stupid games, man.
They
This
did.
is a game that they should have won.
Yeah, if you're a Detroit fan, I know you probably just bit your tongue.
I know. Well, Reggie Bush is hurt. He carried a lot of the load for him last week. So, yeah,
Is he gonna stay healthy all season?
I don't know, man.
These
I
dudes,
know if
man.
he doesn't, they're going to be in trouble.
Oh man.
Jaguars and Raiders, 19-9 Raiders. Jaguars are terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch my car this weekend.
Anyway, let's see. Manning Bowl,
Manning Bowl.
41-23.
Little brother got smacked.
Once again, are the Broncos looking like the best team in the league or what?
Shout out to my boy Black. Yes.
They are, man.
All around